by MTN sent you. To join MTN sent you, use my MTN app or dial *141# and get sent you points every time you use MTN.
Hello there and a very good morning to you. It's that time again for Hot on the Heels. My name is Isamat Pamela and we get started with the news right about now. Our first story goes to the National Unity Platform, where the NUP leadership is today sitting for prayers at their Kamocha Best head offices. They're sitting to pray for their detained colleagues. Remember that most of the National Unity Platform supporters and some of their members have been detained at different government prisons for a period between November, when campaigns were taking place, and up to now. Others are on remand. Some have been remanded and sent back to jail, while others have come out on bail. And meanwhile, others, according to the National Unity Platform leadership, are still missing. They say they have been kidnapped using drones, and their whereabouts are not known up till now. We do have Rashida Nakai, who I'm going to be talking to. She's there at Kamocha Best offices, and she'll be giving us an update on what is happening, the prayers that are ongoing, and who is going to be praying for these people, and what the leaders are saying about the kidnappings that are happening right about now. So Rashida Nakai is going to be talking to us. Remember, we have had incidents of wives and relatives of NUP supporters coming out to beg the government to release their detained relatives. They claim they do not even know their whereabouts. Let's talk to Rashida Nakai, and she will be giving us an update right now. Hello, Rashida. Hello, Rashida. Okay, we are still trying to get in touch with her. Remember, Rashida is supposed to be giving us an update on the people who have been detained. She'll tell us, maybe give us some information on which people have, how many people they have on record as detained. Recently, when the National Unity Platform president, Robert Chagulanyi, was holding a presser, he did mention that close to 3,000 people have been kidnapped and unaccounted for, and he was responding to a report from the Minister of Internal Affairs, JJ Odongo, who had said that only 31 people had been kidnapped and were missing. So his response was to that. He said the reports coming out from the Internal Affairs Ministry are untrue, and he categorically said that close to 3,000 people are missing. Hello, Rashida.
Hello, good morning, Pamela.
Good morning. You're at Kamocha. Tell us what is happening right now.
Okay, the National Unity Platform leader has arrived, but preparations are underway for the prayers of the people who are in prison in other various detention centers to start off maybe probably at 11 a.m. They are holding these prayers because most of their colleagues, Nubian Lee, Edwin and multiple others are still in prison in Kitania, in Chigo, on charges of unlawful possession of ammunition. Remember, Pamela, this 34 were denied bail by the court-martial after states expressing security fears that they might cause chaos even when released. And the NUP President Robert Chagulanyi has been saying these are not the only ones, but there are also more others which are in prison without even being brought to court.
Yes.
So we hope today God answers their prayers. They are making today for the people to be released. And for the security bit, no restrictions are being put in place. Everything is moving on mostly, and back to the studio.
So who is there for the prayers? Is it just the NUP leadership, the spokesperson, the general secretary, or there are also relatives to the missing people, the people who have been detained?
Well, we've seen very few relatives are here, and but most of the people who are supposed to attend these prayers are the most leaders, the general secretary, the likes of Louis Lugongoya, Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu, Kalule Flavia, and other models, NUP leaders are expected to be holding these prayers.
Okay. Thank you, Rashida. You'll be giving us an update on that. When they start talking about the people, of course, we'll expect an address from probably the NUP spokesperson, or we'll expect an address from the president, that is Robert Chagulanyi. And Rashida is there to keep us up to speed with what is happening there. Meanwhile, today, candidates sitting for Senior 4, which is the Uganda Certificate of Education Examinations 2020, the USCE examinations, are being briefed ahead of examinations starting on Monday, the 31st of March 2021. According to the Uganda National Examinations Board's Executive Secretary, Dan Odongo, the exercise is being conducted by school heads. He says that during the sessions, candidates must be made aware of the instructions contained in the timetables and the regulations that have been put in place by the examination body. Odongo also asks school heads to explain clearly the consequences of cheating in examinations. He says once caught, because UNEB has established that previous cases of cheating arose from lack of briefing. But this time around, he has made it clear that candidates who will be caught cheating will be dealt a hard blow because of the new law that had been passed in Parliament. Meanwhile, he also says briefings shall be followed by prayers for candidates across the country by all faiths, starting on today with Muslims who will be praying for candidates. Saturday, the Seventh-day Adventists will be praying for candidates. Anglicans will pray as well on Saturday, and then Pentecostals will pray for them on Sunday. A total of 333,000 Senior 4 students will be sitting for their examinations today. Now we move to Entebbe, where the Entebbe High Court has dragged to court a church pastor for noise pollution. The leader of My People World Outreach Church, Grace Kabuye, has been dragged to the High Court by 3 residents of Nachiwugo village in Entebbe municipality over noise pollution. Through their lawyers, Luere and Luanganya company advocates, the locals contend that they have been peacefully living in the area until January 2020, when Kabuye rented the land neighboring their properties and constructed a church which they say has been emitting a lot of noise for them. They say it violates their right to a clean and healthy environment guaranteed in the Constitution. They therefore have gone to court compelling Kabuye to pay damages for the noise that she's giving them and also for the cost of their petition.
International news.
On the international scene, we go to Mali. That is where our international story is coming from. In Mali, where the government has denied reports that its Minister for Reconciliation has been kidnapped. According to local media reports, Colonel Ismail Waguye was reported to have been kidnapped on Baindagara Access, the central Mpoti region. A statement from the ministry is quoted as saying that the reports were spread by people opposed to the peace process. The colonel was last year presented as the spokesperson of the group of soldiers who overthrew President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta. And that's how we conclude with this bulletin. Good morning.
Hot on the Heels. Agagwira War was sponsored by MTN Sent You. For more of these stories, follow us on www.galaxyfm.co.ug or on Facebook at 100.2 Galaxy FM, on Twitter at Galaxy FM UG, and on YouTube at Galaxy FM TV. Zina. Galaxy Top of the Hour.